सबधीता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमल
कमल भरे नखा
अद्भुत श्रृंगार दालिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश
हरे
जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नृसिंहदेव जय नृसिंहदेव नृसिंहदेव जय नृसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरहरि जय नरहरि नरहरि जय नरहरि
जय नरहरि जय नरहरि
जय नारायण जय नारायण
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय
जय
प्रहलाद
महाराज
महाराज
प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद
जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव
जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
नित्य गौर हरि बोल
बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
जय विघ्न नृसिंह देव भगवान
की जय
भगवत की जय
श्रील भगवत पाद की
जय
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णं सर्वतस्य मत्कृष्ण स्वामी
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that suggestion, Prabhuji, and for the wonderful leading. Thank you, Garudari Prabhu. Okay, welcome dear devotees. So we will start with our quick recap from last week's reading, as always. And today we just have a short quiz. You don't have to go to any link. I'm just sharing my screen. So it's like we always do, we'll just pick a category and points, and we'll just refresh our reading from last week. So as we all remember, we did read the 108 Nectarian instructions from Srila Guru Maharaj, Amritavani Vaibhav. So this first category is about those. We'll have just 5 of those here. And then the other category is Gopal Krishna Maharaj's Yatra. So his travels across the globe. So we'll have some pictures here that we can take darshan of and guess where Guru Maharaj is. Okay, so who wants? We have 2 teams, Prabhujis and Matajis. So we'll start with Matajis first. Matajis, want to pick up any category?
means like that's it. Prabhuji is taking quiz, that's why it's zoom up. Then when it is closed,
Yeah. Geeta Mataji, you want to start us off?
GKG Yatra 100.
Sure. Okay. All right. So very easy. Where was this picture taken?
Mayapur.
Mayapur.
Sridham Mayapur ki jai.
Nrsimhadev temple.
Nrsimhadev, we just sang Nrsimhadev prayer, so Nrsimhadev appeared here. Yes, Nrsimhadev temple for doing inauguration. Sridham Mayapur. There was one beautiful video that was shared as well of the inauguration. I think if we have not seen it, we can. I'm sure most of us would have already seen it, but that was inspiring and amazing to see. Okay, Team Prabhuji's.
500 GKG Yatra.
GKG Yatra. Which one, Prabhuji?
500. Always start the highest amount.
The only thing, only clauses you cannot answer, Jagannath.
I won't answer any of them.
Okay, so when was
Oh, this one Surat.
Huh?
Guru Maharaj give darshan. Jagannath Priya Prabhu there.
So this was in our class one time on Saturday when Guru Maharaj
Yeah.
came.
Yes.
Surat Jatra.
Haribo, yes. This was during the Saturday reading. Thank you to Jagannath Prabhuji for allowing us to get Guru Maharaj darshan. This was February 17th, just a few weeks ago. You can see how happy Guru Maharaj is to meet all his disciples, as he always is. Jai.
This day Guru Maharaj message, I no need $1 million for you.
Okay, next one, again back to Baji's team. Prema Manjari Mataji, to pick a category.
300 GKG Yatra.
Okay, everybody is behind Maharaj Yatra right now. Okay, so what is the significance of this picture?
It's
It's
an
in Mayapur, when they did the Havan for Prabhupada, for Maharaj's protection recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darshan Dev.
Yes. So everybody is following all the latest information in the group. Yes, this was Yajna performed on a couple of days ago in Mayapur Dham for good health of Guru Maharaj.
Actually, before Guru Maharaj fell down.
Yes. How kind of divine this is, right? Like just before that happened, and devotees had already done this. So Maharaj was already protected by Srinathji. Jai. Okay, Team Prabhuji's
500.
500 Amritvani Vaibhav. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada mentioned that to recover from the disease of sense enjoyment, we need both the medicine and the diet. So what was he referencing? What the medicine is and what
With the Mahamantra diet is Prashadam.
Close 50%. You got it, Prabhuji.
diet is service.
Yes. Yes. The medicine is chanting and hearing, and the diet is service. This was
Really low prasad.
instruction number 78. And I think Guru Maharaj also in his message mentioned the same thing, that my medicine would be if you all do your chanting nicely and attentively. So,
And reading
you can
Prabhupada's
see
book.
how Maharaj always connects back to what Srila Prabhupada said. So, sorry, somebody was saying, Prabhuji, you're saying something?
Reading Prabhupada's book.
Reading the Prabhupada's books is diet or medicines.
Yes. Okay, Team Mataji's.
GKG Yatra 400.
Okay. All right, so where was this picture taken? Zoom in a little bit if you want.
Darshan, so I don't know which place it is.
Mirror.
This is Radha Damodar Surat temple.
Surat?
Radha Damodar temple.
I heard the answer from somebody before.
The Surat temple.
Surat? Yeah.
Yes, this was a Surat temple. Is it ISKCON Jahangirpura? I think that's what it's called. It's ISKCON Jahangir.
Radha Damodar.
Maharaj was in Surat. This was February 18th, last month. Okay. Okay, next one for Team Prabhuji's.
400.
Okay, this was also an instruction
Oh,
that
yes.
we had when we meet each other. We should ask the devotee we meet, what should we ask them?
What did you read?
What is read
What did you
yesterday?
read? What did you read?
What did you read?
What did you read today?
Yes. What did you read today? And also, what did you read yesterday? Yes.
Yes.
Read
Or
yesterday.
what did you read yesterday? Or what did you read this morning? Yes. So anybody implemented this instruction the last week?
Not yet.
Yeah. Not really. We should strive to. So let's do that. Jay. Okay. Next one for Mataji's team. Kamradika Mataji, the big one.
DKG Yatra 200.
Where was this picture taken?
Washington, DC.
When
Photo
you
of
went to visit
temple.
and you had with the new temple.
New temple.
New
Yeah,
temple.
when you came
Right.
to
New
the
temple,
last
new
year,
temple,
visit the new temple in Washington
new
DC.
temple,
Yes. When was this?
Last year in August.
last year.
Yes. Just Yatra last year, 13th August 2023. Sunday love feast lecture and visiting construction site at ISKCON DC, Potomac.
And it's maybe after, I don't know. It was after his Vyas Puja. I think there was on 14 we had Vyas Puja. It could be 15, not 13. That's what I recall.
14, best way 14. So one day before.
No,
No,
I
it was
think-
after that. He went to Washington after the Vyas Puja.
no, I think Prabhu is correct. 13th was Sunday.
13.
There was a
13,
Sunday feast
It's a
program.
Sunday feast.
on the
Yes.
fish program.
Yeah.
He's correct. We have pictures on an iPhone, so I think we all can reference it. $300. Just go take
300.
the highest amount.
In the Krishna consciousness movement, success is measured in just two characteristics. How many fill in the blank and how many books you gave out.
What did you make?
Prabhupada did not teach us the third dimension of success.
How many devotees you make?
Correct.
Yay, yes. How many devotees you make and how many books you give out. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, Mataji's. We have
200.
200. Okay, so Maharaj said, yes, you must distribute books, do your quota and distribute books. Srila Prabhupada said that these books are so powerful that even if somebody
Touches this books.
Yes. The Prabhuji's are right. Yeah, so it's not even just reading or hearing, just by touching these books, they get so much of Sukriti that yeah, they get human birth. Okay, last one for Prabhuji's team. So, who clearly stated that it is by the mercy of the spiritual master that one receives Krishna? So Prabhupada is the grandfather, and the present spiritual masters are only repeating what he said. So one of our acharyas quoted this, that it is by the mercy of the spiritual master that one receives Krishna.
I think Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Not Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but at least it is one of the Thakurs.
Narottam Das Thakur.
No.
Vishwanath?
Vishwanath
Yes, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Yes. Okay. Thank you for helping all of us have a quick recap from what we studied last week. Okay, so with that, we will start our reading for today. And as always, whoever would like to read, we can raise our
Page
hands.
210.
210, Prabhuji, or was it 28? For some reason,
208.
Finish.
208. right?
208.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what I have. Okay. So just,
You can zoom it, Prabhu. I think for those
yes.
who don't have book.
Does it help if I do like the full screen, or does it help if I do zoom in? Like this is
a little much better.
better.
So this is better. I think this I can read better. This one is bigger words.
Okay.
Can still zoom in though, I think.
I'll
Anyway,
zoom.
I mean, I have the book. I
Okay,
have the book,
then
but
what I'll do is, because zoom in, I think I have to just zoom in like this thing.
No,
Yeah, this is
yeah, this is
better.
better.
This is better.
Okay. Okay, so let's see who I had here on the list. Mataji, I think Geeta Mataji, I think you are first.
Hare Krishna. Mohan Rupa Das. When in Greater Kailash, the number of devotees started increasing, Guru Maharaj started looking for a new land. Where the temple is currently located was a hilly tract of land, and this area was very backward. Guru Maharaj liked it very much and said that we will construct the new temple here. Lot of devotees tried to dissuade him by saying that this area is very backward and not many people would visit this location. But since Guru Maharaj can see the future, he knew that a lot of people would come to take darshan of Sri Sri Radha Parthasarathi on a daily basis. Guru Maharaj worked very hard for this land. Now we see that ISKCON has very good connections with the politicians and big corporates, but that was not the case then. Every day Guru Maharaj used to visit government offices and DDA and spend hours there. Those who are familiar with how things work in India can appreciate that it was not a joke to get 3 acres of land, excuse me, in the heart of South Delhi, and that also for a temple. Since Guru Maharaj was totally surrendered to Srila Prabhupada and wanted to construct this temple only for his pleasure, Krishna personally intervened and the land was sanctioned. After that, to construct the temple, Guru Maharaj had to undergo severe hardships. Whatever we see in Delhi today, 14 temples, thousands of devotees, are all a result of his tapasya, his surrender, service, and love for Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai. Amogalila Das. Once Srila Prabhupada shared his desire with Guru Maharaj that we should have 12 temples in Delhi, 1 big temple and 11 small temples. Guru Maharaj gave his entire life to fulfill, excuse me, to fulfill this desire of Srila Prabhupada. He always wants to make his Guru happy under all the circumstances and fulfill all his desires. Guru Maharaj once told me to take care of Dwarka temple by saying, "It's your baby." I said, "Guru Maharaj, we all are the babysitters and it's actually your baby." Guru Maharaj immediately gave all the credit to Srila Prabhupada by saying, "These are all his temples, nothing is mine." Paramadas. During the days of the temple construction, Guru Maharaj's health was not so good. Guru Maharaj had to be at the escorts hospital. It so happened that the hospital room that he was in had a full view of the Radha Parthasarathi temple. He felt that it was Krishna's blessing, even in his not so good condition, he could oversee the construction. He said, "If anything happens to me, this temple should be completed because this is Srila Prabhupada's desire." Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Prema Manjari Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'll read from the online version.
Sure, Mataji. Page.
Appreciation from God of Delhi Temple. Jai Pataka Swami. The opening of the Delhi Temple was a major victory for ISKCON for many reasons. One is the fulfillment of Srila Prabhupada's desire for a major Delhi temple and preaching facility. Another is establishing Radha Parathasarthi deities in a permanent major temple. One unexpected victory is the amazing speech made by the Prime Minister of India, Honorable Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He has broken all records with unbridled appreciation of ISKCON. We should all be grateful to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami and the Delhi devotees for their wonderful offering to Srila Prabhupada. This marked achievement is the highlight event of the year. Our detractions are already trying to undermine the achievement and say it is only a building, but the magnitude and wonder of the facility shows it to actually be a manifestation of the love of Srila Prabhupada's disciples and followers of His divine grace. Srila Prabhupada must be very pleased by this offering. He knows what a labor of love it was to actually pull this together. I'm really proud of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami for his wonderful service. Tamal Krishna Goswami. Gopal Krishna Maharaj has spent gallons of blood to make this a reality. There is no way to estimate Srila Prabhupada's happiness on this occasion. Srila Prabhupada stated that if we do not build substantial temples in India, people will say they came, sang, and danced, then left with nothing tangible accomplished. Prabhupada spoke about those who are unwilling to appreciate such a great achievement. They will not help under any circumstances. Mukunda Goswami. Words cannot express how pleased Srila Prabhupada is with the ceremony that took place at ISKCON's temple on 5th April 1998. Srila Prabhupada is not just smiling, he's beaming from here to here. The accomplishment is a truly magnificent achievement that cannot be glorified enough. Not only will the glory of India be ISKCON's most popular and frequently visited center for many years to come, but the Prime Minister of the second largest country in the world and the world's largest democracy has, in a long speech, glorified this temple, Srila Prabhupada, his books, and his devotees. He read directly a long passage from Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is. 1,000 dandavats to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj and his team of his unflagging, steadfast determination to see this project through even against what were sometimes seemingly insurmountable odds. The event was televised and news of it was published throughout the world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Palika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Badri Narayana Das Goswami. Congratulations to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Reports of the opening have appeared in many papers here in the States. All that I have seen has been very positive. The impact of the powerful project is already reverberating around the globe. Certainly, the Devas are showering flowers and Srila Prabhupada is smiling. Hridayananda Das Goswami. Congratulations to His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. My congratulations and obeisances to Gopal Krishna Maharaj and all the assembled glory of India devotees. Kavi Chandra Swami. It is very hard to describe the happiness of the many guests who are filling the temple every night. The leader of the Baha'i Lotus Temple said that they liked it very much and they are going to put it on the map. We will see the value mere as international tourists, many who are government officials begin visiting. It is awesome, especially after seeing the workers peeking away at the rock from the beginning. I beg His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj to give me one drop of his desire and energy to please Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
You can read the page, Mataji. So I think there's one more here.
Thank you. Thank
Bhakti
you.
Swami.
Sure. Bhakti Vaibhav Swami, I would like to take the opportunity to tune into His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj's appreciation of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj's and all the other involved devotees' outstanding accomplishment and express my own sincere appreciation for a Glory of India project and the resultant participation of dignitaries at the opening and the glorification of Srila Prabhupada. Jai. Thank you.
It's almost as if Maharaj is looking up, like Badrinaran Maharaj was saying it. Devatas are showering flowers. Prabhupada is smiling. Thank you, Mataji. Divya Bhakti Mataji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Bhakti Raghava Swami, my dear Gopal Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Some of my exalted God brothers have already spoken very nicely, and I am sure many more will, congratulating you and all the devotees in Delhi who helped this wonderful dream come through. There is no doubt Srila Prabhupada is extremely, extremely happy and satisfied with all your sincere endeavors. I can only support the feelings expressed by Bhakti Charu Maharaj and those echoed so eloquently by Niranjana Maharaj. That was what transpired in Delhi with the opening of the Glory of India project, Come Temple, completed. This, along with the powerful devotional speech of the Prime Minister of India, is to say the least most phenomenal and outstanding achievement. We cannot estimate the positive repercussions it has created. Truly, it has given me a glimpse of the future. Can any of us imagine how the opening of the Temple of Vedic Understanding will be in Sridham Mayapur? I found myself reading the Prime Minister's text at our Sunday feast lecture a few days ago, and everyone appreciated the offering and the significance behind it. One devotee remarked at the end of the lecture how Lord Chaitanya is directly manipulating events to advance his Harinam Sankirtan movement. He was physically moved by the whole event. The next day, I took great inspiration from the Prime Minister's speech and your own text to write my Vyasa Puja offering to Srila Prabhupada. It is true, God brothers like your good self are a source of pride and inspiration. Unless Krishna is pleased, how can these things take place? I therefore wish to again thank you and all those who have worked very, very hard to make this all happen. All glories to your wonderful service, to Srila Prabhupada and to his ISKCON Society. Your servant, Bhakti Raghava Swami. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. There's this paragraph also, Mataji. Can you read this?
Okay, thank you. Sridhar Swami, you cannot imagine what it was like to be there in person and hear the speech. I was sitting just behind the chief security man, and he had a copy of the speech. I looked at it before it was delivered. I was surprised because it was in English. I thought maybe this was a translation, and I borrowed it and began to read. It blew my little old mind. He was going to say all this. I showed it to Jayapataka Swami, and he was also amazed. Thank you, Prabhu.
Nandadulal Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the opportunity. But then another mind boggler came. The Prime Minister got up to speak. All the speeches had been in Hindi. The introduction was in Hindi. Atul Bihari Vajpayee had the brilliance to speak in English. It is all on video for the world. There's more to this man that meets the eye. It's a sign from Srila Prabhupada. Strike while the iron is hot. Our roots are getting stronger and stronger. Srila Prabhupada's prestige is growing. We must now focus on developing our Indian projects. There are hardly any foreigners outside of Mayapur and Vrindavana preaching and living in India. Srila Prabhupada wanted 50% of the devotees to come from different countries from around the world. He personally went to Prime Minister Indira Gandhi to see her about their visas. Their large projects needed to be managed expertly so that our preaching can grow beyond belief. now with the BJP in office, let us lay the foundation for our next big temple, Sri Mayapur Temple and the Vedic Planetarium. If Gopala Krishna Maharaj, working almost along as the sole inspiration, could do such a magnificent job by his sheer determination and commitment, then why can't all of us unite together to build Sri Mayapur Temple? And what wonderful magic you'll see. Maharaj was not only deterred by anything that Maya could put in his way. Even a heart attack didn't make him miss a beat. He was so determined to please Srila Prabhupada and the Vaishnava. Believe me, to many, it seemed like an impossible task. Now we have Sri Mayapur Temple and the Vedic Planetarium. There's never been a temple more important to our acharyas, nor will there ever be. The complete fulfillment of Lord Chaitanya's desire to inundate the world with Harinam will flow from his temple. Do you doubt it? I know some of you may think it's impossible for us, but let us see the example of one Gopala Krishna Goswami and truly get inspired and work together to build Sri Mayapur Temple and Vedic Planetarium. It is a rising tide to raise all of our ships and to keep all the detractors far away. I believe if we can practically get down to doing it, it will be done. Until one is committed, there's no hesitancy, chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness concerning all acts of initiative and creation. There is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and plans. The moment one definitely commits oneself, the providence moves through. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meeting and material assistance, which no man could have come his way. Thank you. Thank you for your mercy.
Narad Muni Prabhuji.
Prahladanand Swami. Shonagreshi Prabhu told me today that the Prime Minister of India's speech helped our reputation in Europe. ISKCON reputation in Europe has lately been under numerous attacks by churches, anti-cult groups, and others. This is a critical time in Europe, as the German government will soon release a report about cults in Germany, of which ISKCON is also considered a cult and is thus also under investigation. The opening of the Delhi temple on an auspicious day of Lord Sri Ramchand's appearance day blessed Delhi and India, and now is spreading to Europe and all over the world. All glories like Gopal Krishna Maharaj and his hardworking crew who have made the temple in Delhi possible. Seshadas. Dear Gopal Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I don't know what I can add to what the others have already said. There's one thing I can mention. In the days just prior to the grand opening, while all the preparatory work was going full steam, I was in various meetings about Vrindavan, the Kurukshetra, cornerstone laying, and on and on. But at the same time, you were directing such a grand world-class affair. You can only sit back and wonder at all that you are doing. Congratulations, all good Srila Prabhupada, your servant Seshadas, Bhakti Tirtha Swami. Bhakti Tirtha Swami. Please accept my humble obeisances. All good Acharya Srila Prabhupada. I, along with so many others, were so extremely proud of how His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj and his team have made such a monumental offering for Srila Prabhupada in facilitating his mission. We all know how Srila Prabhupada was so hands-on when it came to managing India, and how he was so pleased when we made serious inroads there. These recent efforts have pushed our movement forward. It is like dropping a powerful bomb. There are many fallout effects that can last for generations. The team in Delhi has dropped a huge bomb on Kali and therefore have accelerated Mahaprabhu's mission. Last Sunday, I arrived here in Durban and I read the Prime Minister's speech, and I gave the entire Sunday lecture to hundreds of devotees and guests about this achievement. Everyone felt so proud to be a part of ISKCON as I use this to show, how in so many ways Srila Prabhupada's offering to the global community is most potent and universal, and how his journals are most special. I once wrote my Vyas Puja offering in this spirit. For me, this is a big accomplishment, for I am normally criticizing that we need to preach with more vision and influence the secular community more and take better care of the devotees. So many of our devotees working in India are really stepping out. Let us all catch up with the zeal and preaching endeavors. Just imagine what will happen when we complete Mayapur. Your servant Bhakti Tirtha Swami. Should I continue or?
Yeah, I think we can stop here, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Okay. Dear Gopal Krishna, Gaur Prasad Swami. Dear Gopal Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances, all great Srila Prabhupada. I am writing rather later due to the fact that I was done with flu for a few days. After reading so many nice comments on your monumental accomplishment, I am at a loss for words. The New Delhi Temple project is one of the last and most important pieces in the formula of re-spiritualizing India through preaching. It is such a wonderful achievement for all of us who could feel the painstaking efforts to make it happen by seeing the step-by-step procedure going on throughout the years. So many people here in Mexico report about it on the news even before I had heard anything. It is a landmark to Srila Prabhupada's potency and an affirmation of ISKCON's determination to continue managing his movement as he taught us, in spite of so many tellings us otherwise. Srila Prabhupada always liked concrete proof, and you have provided a lot of concrete material. It has revealed your unswerving determination to accomplish a transcendental dream and inspiration and the institute for the rhinoceros. In whatever area of devotional service, in whatever area of devotional endeavor we may be pushing, beyond all of this, the power that lies in adhering to the.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We'll go to Adi Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. My Prabhu sends his apologies for missing so many weeks due to travel and work meetings, so I'll read on his behalf today. Desire of the spiritual master as opposed to demonstrating one's own philosophical or esoteric abilities. You have awakened and demonstrated in gigantic proportions the mood that has driven us along all these years to selflessly fly to make Srila Prabhupada happy and not to retire to our chambers seeking early samadhi. I am very happy and proud to have such a wonderful God brother who has become a milestone in the book of ISKCON accomplishments, a shining beacon to inspire us amidst the onslaughts of Kali's weapons, meant to destroy the noble efforts of Srila Prabhupada's soldiers. Being a recipient of so much mercy from Srila Prabhupada, I beg you to sprinkle one drop on my head. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Sri Radha Parthasarthi. All glories to your service and to all those devotees who have tirelessly assisted you. Your servant, Guru Prasada Swami, Rittadvaj Swami. Dear Gopal Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj, I place your feet upon my head, fulfilling the desire of Srila Prabhupada to have this wonderful temple in Delhi. The fact you arranged for the Prime Minister to come is so insignificant. I am sure Srila Prabhupada is smiling upon his wonderful glories, son Gopal Krishna Maharaj, as the rest of us in ISKCON are also. Thank you very much for all your hard work and dedication to Srila Prabhupada and his mission. Again, our obeisances. Hare Krishna, Ritar Vajaswami, Britu Das. Thank you for this great achievement. This was the greatest day in this history of ISKCON since Srila Prabhupada left the planet. It was a wonderful thing to do, and I very much appreciate your selfless service. Hare Krishna. Thank you for the opportunity.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. Uttama Radhika Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hari Saurya Dasa. The speech by the Prime Minister was remarkable. A devotee could hardly have written anything more laudatory. This was indeed a real milestone to have the head of the whole country lavish such praise of Srila Prabhupada and his ISKCON society. All glories All glories to Gopal Krishna Maharaj and the assembled Delhi devotees. Malti Devi Dasi, respected Goswami, please accept my humble offered appreciation on the outstanding services you have performed on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. You have actually made positive worldwide history for ISKCON. May your fortune spread throughout ISKCON by inspiring others to go on, giving their very lives for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Everyone is very much proud of your victorious achievement. Hare Krishna. Veera Bahudasa. Dear Gopal Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Just a short note to add myself to the festivities and glorification in your honor and on all the team that worked so successfully under you. I think that the speech that left me speechless, the Prime Minister's, is the most outstanding indication and confirmation of the great monument you have all erected for Srila Prabhupada and his dearmost Sri Sri Radha Parthasaki. What else can an insignificant diva like myself say? Thank you for making this fabulous contribution to our ISKCON, enhancing the pride and satisfaction on all its members. Hoping to always have the association of the servants on the Glory of India project, aka Glory of ISKCON, I beg to remain your servant, Veer Bahudasa. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Babaji. Let's see, Janardhan Maharaj is also here. Okay, yes. Next is Ajanti Dev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Bhakti Charu Swami. Dear Gopal Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. It is a pity that we could not express our appreciation for your wonderful achievement soon after the opening of Sri Sri Radha Parasati Temple. I can see that it is due to your extreme humble disposition that you deliberately avoided that. I wish that instead of you, one of us should have taken the initiative to organize that program. What you have achieved through this temple is beyond anyone's imagination. We can see that everything actually happened through Krishna's divine arrangements. For the opening to take place at a time when Bharatiya Janata Party came to power and the Prime Minister inaugurating the temple is a clear indication of that. Naturally, this is just the beginning and a lot more will happen. I'm sure that Srila Prabhupada and Krishna will make you a very important instrument in executing those plans. To us, it is not just the glory of India, but real glory of ISKCON. It is your glorious offering to Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. I feel proud to have a godbrother like you, your humble servant eternally, Bhakti Charu Swami. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is an option. If you're speaking, you're on mute. Come back
Hare
to
Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Dandavata Pranam, everybody. Excerpts from the speech of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, then humble Prime Minister of India. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Respectful Swamiji, Lieutenant Governor, Mrs. Swaraj, ladies and gentlemen. On the holy occasion of Sri Ram Navami in Delhi, the capital of India, a new temple has been constructed, which is a source of inspiration in itself. Along with this, a museum depicting Vedic culture and the glory of India has been constructed, which will assist in strengthening the culture and spiritual life in this capital city. Distinguished guests, it is my privilege to be present at today's pious function to mark the opening of this magnificent temple, and also the glory of India Vedic Cultural Center in Delhi. The piousness of today's function is further enhanced by the fact that it is taking place on the auspicious occasion of Ram Navami. I would first of all like to express my deepest sense of appreciation for the vision, dedication, and achievement of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, and all those who have collaborated with it to present this unique spiritual gift to the nation's capital. The ISKCON movement has few parallels in the world in terms of its rapid global spread, its transnational, trans-ethnic, and trans-professional appeal, its outward simplicity, and the devotional energy of its followers. In less than 3.5 decades since its inception, it has established temples in practically all parts of the world, and many of them are marvels of beauty, such as the one that is being opened in New Delhi today. The Mahamantra of Hare Krishna, Hare Ram reverberates to the dancing feet of ISKCON devotees each morning and evening in temples from Scott Hall to South Pulau and from Miami to Mayapur. What ISKCON has achieved, indeed, globalization with the Gita appeal. Some people say that my government is opposed to globalization, but let me say that I am all in favor of globalization of the message of the Gita. Not only the globalization of the messages of the Gita, but all the sacred books of the world with which the message of Gita bears close conformity. Should I go on, Prabhu?
Yeah.
If today the Bhagavad Gita is printed in millions of copies in scores of languages and distributed in all nooks and corners of the world, the credit of this great sacred service goes chiefly to ISKCON. For this one accomplishment alone, Indians should be eternally grateful to the devoted spiritual army of Swami Prabhupada's followers. The voyage of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the United States in 1965 and the spectacular popularity his movement gained in a very short spell of 12 years must be regarded as one of the greatest spiritual events of the century. I understand that ISKCON is also propagating the message of Gita through the latest gadgets of information technology, and this temple itself provides an astonishing demonstration of use of high-tech to popularize the higher truth of life and the universe. It is in this respect that ISKCON differs from other passing faiths and fashions that appealed to the disillusioned Western minds in the 16th and 17th. These faiths come and go, but ISKCON movement is growing from strength to strength. Hare Krishna.
Is there anybody else that we missed? This is the last page. Anybody would like to read this? Then we can stop for today. Yeah.
Krishna? Yes. That is the holy name proper. It descends from above. It cannot be produced by the material tongue. Its source is above. And through an agent of the absolute, it comes through the ear to the heart. From the heart, it gathers some sympathy, and then the holy name of Krishna forcibly appears upon the tongue and begins to dance. With great force, it comes to the end of the tongue, and that sweet sound begins its dancing. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur from Sharanagati. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, I think it's 10:40, so we'll pause here and continue on this next chapter next week. But yeah, we can pause here and take any thoughts, reflections, realizations. If anybody wants to share anything, you can again raise your hand and we can go around the table. Stop sharing also. Okay.
Any updates, please? Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to all the God brothers and sisters and at Guru Maharaj's lotus feet. Any update, please, on Guru Maharaj's condition?
Agretacharya Prabhu.
Guru Maharaj is back to normal activities. It's a minor kind of injuries in a sense. Krishna has protected him, and so he's attending his what you call GBC meeting also. So he's back to normal. He just needs to be just to watch and take some rest for a few days. That's the latest from his servant.
I think he go back after 3 days, go back to Delhi. Which one I heard.
Do we know when the stitches will come off, Prabhuji?
That's a doctor's decision. I think it takes about 5 to 7 days. Depends upon the injuries, depending upon it's about 7 days maybe.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And do we know where did he get hurt on his head or?
He's on the head.
Lord bless him. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Narad Muni Prabhuji has a hand up.
Thank you very much. I think the whole project of Delhi, that Glory of India, kind of gives the indications of Guru Maharaj's determination and dedication to Prabhupada's desires. Like look at that from the beginning, from the land was not so very good, but still he continued with all the negative reports from others. And he was so determined, even when he heart attack is continued, and the glorification by so many of his God brothers and Prime Minister of India really is a truly achievement of showing how Guru Maharaj determined to please Srila Prabhupada and how he's been appreciated by his God brothers as well as all over the society of ISKCON and the leadership. And I'm sure this is a milestone and it will reverberate in the opening of the big temple in Mayapur, maybe next year, 2026, so that we can see how ISKCON is progressing and developing all over the world with the Srila Prabhupada's mercy and all the efforts of his disciples and of the devotees ISKCON, which is truly remarkable that after his departure is going stronger and strong every day, which doesn't happen in most of the other organizations, either spiritual or material. If the leader passes away, over a period of time, just kind of slowly kind of goes down and down, but here is growing strong and strong. And all the credit to Gopal Krishna Maharaj and determination and the team he supports with all his enthusiasm and guidance. So all glories to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you so much for summarizing, Prabhuji. Yes. Divya Bhakti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Yes, when we read about the acquired before the land was acquired, it gave me shivers because it reminded me of reading from Srila Prabhupada's Lilamrita, where he was told as well that nobody's going to come here. Was it for Juhu? Nobody's going to come here. Why would you build here? You know, but he knew he had the vision, and Guru Maharaj also has the vision. So so there's so many times reading about Guru Maharaj's Leela that I'm reminded of Srila Prabhupada in what I've read in Lilamrita. So many similarities. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, he's
a personification of Prabhupada.
Yeah, like you said, so many similarities, everything, and yeah, he is completely devoted to the words of his spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. So we can see in every breath, every walk, every word that he speaks, everything we can connect back to what Srila Prabhupada did and said. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Can we imagine what will be the wondrous thing when Kurukshetra temple opens up? That will be another big achievement of Gurudev.
That is his dream project also. Guru Maharaj has struggled for a long time to look at the site, and there's back and forth fight with the government, and finally, he expressed that this is his last project, probably the biggest one. And that is achieved. That's going to be the really monumental task. And Guru Maharaj already has Mayapur project, is a pioneer right now. And yesterday, I've been listening to the speech when opening of the Narsingadev wing. They mentioned that Guru Maharaj has given so much support financially. Every his Vyas Puja, all his disciples has contributed tremendously compared to any Guru Maharaj's disciples you can think about. And whenever that there's opportunity, they will grab that opportunity to get maximum collection from Guru Maharaj's disciples. Any event, that happens even in Washington last time, when we had our own personal program and we collected so much, what you call, fund for Mayapur. So this is Guru Maharaj's contributions. Any project you take it, he guides the devotees, he guides the leaders even. So this is appropriately, I think everyone has what you call glorified Guru Maharaj, all God brothers and God sisters. So we are very fortunate, that's what I can say, that we have wonderful Guru Maharaj.
I suspect Modi will be invited in the Kurukshetra project inaugurations.
Well,
And he will go.
Guru Maharaj has really good connect with the what you call government officers. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was not that much popular compared to Modi is popular now. And he already came and opened the Bhagavad Gita in the same Radha Parthasar temple. And that was the biggest kind of, if you listen to the speech of Modi, the same thing, he was appreciating Guru Maharaj very much. And then, of course, in Kurukshetra, Modi will be there, and this is going to be big achievement. I think that's Guru Maharaj's achievement.
PMO office, one Maharaj disciple working. Delhi devotee.
Is there a date set for the Kurukshetra temple? Is it 2026 or?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
If you are a recent visitor, you should know.
No, Prabhu, these are cultural activities. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm very fallen.
Actually, it was planned to get it done by the end of this year, because Guru Maharaj's health is not great, and they're all trying to pushing to open. I think November time, Gita, maybe Jayanti time. They're thinking about, but not sure. We do not know internal informations. Maybe Nitya Krishna Prabhu may be knowing. Who knows?
I suspect it will be next year. And then will be the Mayapur, the last one.
Nitya Krishna Prabhu.
Khargar, right? Jagannath Priya Prabhu? First opening Khargar, then Kurukshetra.
Khargar Krishna Welling sometime this year, yes.
Yes.
But yeah, there is a lot of work there left too.
I think maximum, if as a disciples, if you have to support, we have to support a big project in Kurukshetra, because that's a dream project. So whenever we extra fund, extra Lakshmi, we can give it to Kurukshetra project. That's Guru Maharaj collects all his funds and goes to the Kurukshetra. So anybody can directly, indirectly contribute to Kurukshetra project, because that's a project, is a dream project for Guru Maharaj.
Jagannath Priya Prabhu, can you speak something about Jatra? August?
Same update as last time. I think next time we are meeting with Janardhan Maharaj, we'll request all devotees, especially the devotees who are leading their respective yatras, to inspire all devotees to come to Washington or Baltimore. But Krishna willing, again, if Guru Maharaj health is okay, he's planning to come, but no new updates at this point.
Advaita Acharya Prabhu or Jagannath Prabhu, I think in the chat, Devi Bhakti Mataji posted a question: where can Canadian devotees contribute to the Kurukshetra project?
Sure, everyone can. Just send me a message and we can figure it out. Send me a private message. She can contact me.
I just want to say, sorry. Jagannath Prabhu, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to say that, they can sponsor a break. You can sponsor breaks. I posted that message. I can post that again. We can give any amount we want.
Ram Murari Prabhu, can you give your Mukharbind darshan?
Sorry, Prabhu, I'm driving around for my kids' activity. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Dhanavad Pranam, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances.
We like to have everyone darshan. Why only him? I think we like to have everyone darshan. Why not? Everybody can open the video and just associate with us.
Gopalari Prabhu is also on. When you join.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry, I joined late today. I was traveling. So. Yes. Yes. Seeing Guru Maharaj in Mayapur is so nice. It's so wonderful, isn't it? It's Lord Chaitanya's abode, and he's there with Lord Chaitanya and all the devotees. And Guru Maharaj has fallen a few times recently, and I think we all need to be more and more careful, because every time, like it's just a minor injury by Krishna's mercy, every time it's somehow Krishna but if he gets a fracture or something, then it can be really serious, isn't it? So it was really surprising, and kind of we have to be so careful that he doesn't fall.
Are you still in Mayapur right now?
No, I'm not in Mayapur, no problem.
Oh, okay.
West Coast.
West Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we need to, the leaders has to talk to Guru Maharaj, but unfortunately, he does not listen. Actually, he's ignoring, and he continues what he wants to do. But we're suggesting, at least I'm going to suggest when I talk to him next time, to use the wheelchair. And second thing, I'm going to suggest that he should not do any activities independently. He should let other people do it. I think he was trying to open the door going outside, and that's what happens. So there's a devotee there. Why Guru Maharaj has to open the door? Simple questions to ask him, and hopefully he listened. But somehow this is protected, yes. But it's every fall is considered serious for anybody, especially for him. So I think Janardhan Maharaj is there. Maybe he can talk to Guru Maharaj. There are some other senior disciples are there. Even some God brothers are there. Maybe disciples can talk to his God brothers and push a little bit. So those things can be done. But he's a father, he's the boss.
Yes. Yes. I was just wondering, any more discussion on the reading? Is as Advaita Charipu, as you're saying, there's 47 people on the call. Someone can give some realization on some aspect of the reading.
Yeah, there are 50 people right now on the.
Yes. Someone would like to give some pastime of Guru Maharaj, some memory, something about, what relation to what we read. Please share. Don't be shy.
Yeah, everybody should speak up a little bit. I think this is called association, you know. We have to get true meaning of association.
I'm sure all of us, or many of us, would have visited the Parthasarathi temple. So, yeah, any memories of yours connecting back to the temple, taking the darshan of Guru Maharaj?
Aditya Prabhu, I think the Guru Maharaj yesterday message is very important for us, or who right now inspired to Gurudev, or already who initiate first initiation, second initiation. Or another thing, we can passing also the message who not joining the weekly classes. So at least the Guru Maharaj message for everybody purpose, the yesterday message, we take a little bit seriously, this one.
Well, this last message for 10, 15 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. I don't know how the time is wise. It's a very simple and a very, very profound message, you know. I mean, 3 lines, 3 words he used for his health. If really you do care about you putting all these messages, Dhamma Pranam and all these things has no value if you do not, what you call, honor that 10 seconds message. I think that's the we all have to listen every single day, that 10 seconds message.
And last time when Guru Maharaj giving darshan, Jagannath Priya Prabhu in the car, when he Surat to driving night time, midnight also. This time also almost same message give for us. Say, we no need for your $1 million anything. So just follow. So always give to us. Still, I don't know what is going on for us. Nobody taking a little bit. Because when Guru Maharaj coming, 90 people, Guru Maharaj not there, like 40, 42, 45, 47. So maybe who have a local area counselor, they need to take a little bit serious and talk for everybody. Everybody should be joining the Saturday class. It's a request. Every center have a one leader. They take, because I know see a basic lot of also Washington, Baltimore people, New York, New Jersey know so many people. So this thing need to consulting. Everybody take a little bit serious.
I will speak to the dear God brothers in Baltimore.
Through Jagannath Priya Prabhu or Janardhan Maharaj give for message everybody. Maybe then everybody takes serious. We don't know.
I remember when Guru Maharaj was in Mayapur, when the first installation of Panchatattva happened, the very first one, they were just there, and then the first initiation, Abhishek happened of Panchatattva. Then at that time, they had that Maha Abhishek and everything, and Guru Maharaj was in the temple area, and he was like in the Abhishek there, in the altar area, and he was bathing. And that famous video came out, with Guru Maharaj bathing, Lord Chaitanya, he was there. And when Guru Maharaj was bathing, he just seemed so much like so intimate with Lord Chaitanya, like he was holding his hand and rubbing it just like he rubs his deities. And Guru Maharaj is like, an associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like, part of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan party, and he just it was so natural. Like everyone just felt that he was, so much, such affection there between him and Lord Chaitanya when he was bathing. And I remember the day before, there's discussion on who all can go and bathe the deities. And At that time, Jayapataka Maharaj was also in good health, like he wasn't in a wheelchair at that time. And so when they were in the room, then then Guru Maharaj was saying that, they were trying to make a list. They're personally making the list, Jayapataka Maharaj and Guru Maharaj, who all would be there. And then they asked, well, should we bathe or should we not bathe? And then, because, they're asking others, but, they don't, devotees, they don't decide for themselves, right? But then Guru Maharaj said, well, we both are the two most senior-most sannyasis in ISKCON right now, still alive. So we should bathe. We can bathe.
Siddhar Maharaj also coming. I remember. Siddhar Swami goes. Siddhar Maharaj.
Sridhar Maharaj.
Siddhar
Yes.
Swami, yes.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah, he was there. Yes. And this time when Guru Maharaj is in Mayapur, he is the senior most Maharaj there, actually, in terms of age and everything like that. And it's like him going there is like everyone is so like excited to see him. He's right now the senior most Swami and disciple of Srila Prabhupada in Mayapur, and giving so much strength to the entire Mayapur festival. But and so he said, yeah, we're the two most senior disciples here, just in terms of age and the time that they've been. They were just thinking in terms of obviously in terms of advancement, but and so then Maharaj and Jayapataka Maharaj and Guru Maharaj also were bathing on that altar, and then Sridhar Maharaj, as you mentioned, he was there. He was in the room next to Guru Maharaj.
Yes.
And one time he came in the room and we had left something like a cup or coconut there, and it was just sitting there, and like no one had cleaned it out. And so Sridhar Maharaj was coming regularly into Guru Maharaj's room, like they were next to each other. And so when Sridhar Maharaj came in, he said, I noticed that coconut there yesterday also, and it's there today also. And he said, you should have cleaned this out from your Guru Maharaj's room. He says, your Guru Maharaj is very merciful. That's why he doesn't chastise you. But I'm chastising you because you shouldn't treat your Guru Maharaj like this. Why are you leaving this? Why haven't you cleaned this out? This is old prasadam. It's still sitting here in his room, and it's the next day, and you haven't done it. So yeah, he was very. And then him and Sridhar Maharaj would take prasad very often in Guru Maharaj's room, and Guru Maharaj had this very nice balcony. Like it's a small, simple room, but in the back there's a nice balcony. And sometimes Guru Maharaj would stand there and you would just look out and you would look at the project. And, Mayapur project has been primarily, has been clearly Jayapataka Maharaj's project. But in the background, Guru Maharaj has done so much work there. He has done so much support there to Jayapataka Maharaj and to others there. And then just a few years ago, that's why they asked Guru Maharaj to become the co-GBC there. When Jayapataka Maharaj became ill, and he was in coma, and then he came. Then clearly some more support was needed, so they officially made him co-GBC there in Mayapur. So the entire Mayapur project with huge this amazing massive temple is Guru Maharaj's co-GBC, and they were saying without him it just wasn't materializing. I mean, they had no need to make him like there wasn't any mandate that he should be, but they asked him because they needed his help and things just to go on. How much spiritual energy Guru Maharaj has. There's so many intelligent people there. There's so many senior Vaishnavas. Mayapur is the headquarters of ISKCON's project. Yet they still ask Guru Maharaj to be co-GBC when he's GBC of so many places. So someone may say that, well, Guru Maharaj is so many places, what's the need? But he was even in spite of being GBC, so he was still needed there also. And they asked him to be a co-GBC there. And this is very much, Guru Maharaj, every ISKCON project, any ISKCON project is Prabhupada's project, and therefore Guru Maharaj feels it's his project. And And that temple, it's so magnificent that the Samadhi temple now looks like a little like just like one of the small, you could see it as one of the small side temples. Before the Samadhi temple was this towering temple. You saw it from all around. And now in relation, that big temple, that huge, Adbhut Mandir, the Samadhi temple looks like this little small temple next to it. And it's so amazing. I mean, that project is so vast and unbelievably, amazing. So only associate of Lord Chaitanya could make it happen. And Srila Prabhupada himself said that Jayapataka Maharaj is an associate of Lord Chaitanya, and Guru Maharaj is the same, like they're all eternal associates of Lord Chaitanya, and making this dream of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, predictions of Bhaktivinoda Thakur come true. So though we could not be there, my spring break was only a week, and I tried going there, and I'd be there only 3 days. So I just, with the family and everything, couldn't make it happen. But though we could not be there, we can just meditate on him being there and how special it is that this is Lord Chaitanya's abode, and Guru Maharaj is there right now. Garud Hari, you remember any other pastimes from Mayapur?
Because Mayapur, when this time also Bhakti Charu Maharaj there, no? We are cooking for Bhakti Charu Maharaj room kitchen, Guru Maharaj room no kitchen. We are making prasadam for Bhakti Charu Maharaj room to bring for Guru Maharaj room for prasadam.
Yes.
Remember? And actually this project before is Bhakti Charu Maharaj and Jayapataka Maharaj. And Bhakti Charu Maharaj when I go to Ujjain, the problem coming, somebody harassing for Maharaj Disapur or for Bhakti Charu Maharaj Disapur, harassing there. When that purpose, Bhakti Charu Maharaj left to Ujjain. Then Guru Maharaj come to GBC there.
Yes. Yeah, and that's when they call Guru Maharaj, when the politics. I mean, if it's any big project, there's going to be big politics, right? It's like it's no one's fault. It's just. I mean, it's the biggest project, and there's so much politics there, and it was that entire Mayapur was splitting into two, and that's when they called Guru Maharaj, and they said, "You must come, and you must bring it." And it was something mystical about. That's the thing. It's not his material power; it's his spiritual power. Something mystical about he just brought the whole place together, or at least kept it together, so that now it continues on together. Some amazing, his presence just, calmed it down and brought it together. And that also the time when it was so that it was getting physical. They're hanging devotees upside down, like out of threatening them, not hanging them actually, but like from the balcony threatening that they would throw them off. Like that's how much the animosity was there between two groups. And Guru Maharaj came and he just calmed everyone down, and his mystical presence made things go forward.
Actually, any project not going very well, GBC tried to signing to Guru Maharaj, then this project immediately finished. They sing one place, the Guru Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj have something, Prabhupada, any project Gopal Krishna Maharaj taking, then immediately finish.
Yes.
Yes. I think Geeta Mataji is waiting. Geeta Mataji has her hand. Geeta Mataji.
Hare Krishna, I just remembered something that happened in Mayapur. So after we moved to the US in 92, Guru Maharaj called us up and said in 1997 that we should move back to Juhu temple and live there and in the ashram. So we wound up everything in the US and went there. And so my husband and I, we thought, let us visit Vrindavan and Mayapur before we start our service in Juhu. So we were in Mayapur, and while walking, Guru Maharaj, we bowed down to him, and he said, "Vacation is over, go back to Juhu." And he told us, you don't need to be, enjoying Mayapur, and it's time for you to go back to Juhu and start the service. Haribol.
Wow, Guru Maharaj's mood of service. Wow, isn't it? Always the Dham is a place of service for him as well. Is amazing. Thank you. Wow. I remember Mayapur was the place where I used to be very, very embarrassed to tell this, but it was a place where I broke one of Guru Maharaj's Shaligram Shila. And I didn't really break it, but it was somehow this was before when Maharaj's room was small and also his table was really small where they keep the deities. His deity table was like 3 feet by 2 feet, and we were crowding all of his Shaligram Shilas there. And then the Indian tables, like American tables also, but in India we often find they're not even. So if you press one side, it kind of bobs down or goes back up. So Guru Maharaj's Sheshanag Shila was on the corner, and it pressed and went back, and the Sheshanag Shila fell off and it broke in 2 pieces. And when it broke, I was there. I was the one putting them to sleep, is Shalingam Shila. So when it pressed, I was serving at that time, so it was my fault. So when it broke, then I thought, okay, this is the end. This is like deities, Guru's deities, and you break them. I just thought this is the end. And so I just, with, tears in my face and, eyes, and just went up to Guru Maharaj and I said, I broke my Shaligram Shila. And Guru Maharaj is very grave. I remember, very serious. And he asked, how did it happen, this, that. And he said, go to Jananivas Prabhu and ask him, what's the solution for this? So Jananivas Prabhu was right there, right? So I went to Jananivas Prabhu, and Jananivas Prabhu took some super glue, and he took the Shaligram Shila and he put it together. And he said, this happens once in a while, it's happened before also. And he put it together, and so he put super glue, and to this day, Guru Maharaj has that Shaligram Shila, and there's a very thin line there, because that's where he put super glue and he put them together. And then I brought him back, and then I asked Guru Maharaj, how should I, atone for this? Like, what's the process? And Guru Maharaj said, read the 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Read a chapter from the Bhagavad Gita. And so I read the chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. And then I understood that how Guru Maharaj, I'm sure many of you have also experienced, he always encourages, read the Bhagavad Gita. Like we'll say, I'm reading Bhagavatam, reading CC. I say, no, read the Bhagavad Gita. I understood, in addition, all those books also Guru Maharaj really encourages us to read, but especially Guru Maharaj is always telling, read the Bhagavad Gita. And I understood that how powerful the Gita is, that, there's so many ways to rectify an offense, but he said, make sure to read a chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So that's,
what was the year that, what year was that? 19 what?
That was the year of the installation of Lord Chaitanya, of the Panchatattva.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what year that is.
I think
2004, sometime in February, I believe, late February.
3 or 4. 3 or 4. This and Dayanidhi Prabhu and Padasevan Prabhu there.
It was 1996.
No.
It was 1996.
Panchatattva.
Panchatattva Abhishek happened in
2003.
Wow.
2003, Dayanidhi Prabhu, Padasevan Prabhu there.
Wow.
2004, I can.
You're doing personal service that time, 2004.
Yeah, I was. But you remember the Balaram, the Russian Balaram?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, he was serving Guru Maharaj, and I was like an apprentice, helping him, because Balaram was he was really laid back, really cool. Like, he was amazing. He's still there in Mayapur and like that. And so he was, he would always be with Guru Maharaj, and then I was kind of doing quite a bit of the service, because he was just to always be with Guru Maharaj was, at that time Guru Maharaj was in one day, one place, doing 3 programs a day, and any sleeping 2 hours, it was 10 times the rate that he's moving now because of his health. He's slowed down. And so Balaram Prabhu was just trying to travel with him. all the time, which was amazing. And we would come different places and help out. So I was assisting Balaram Prabhu. Yeah. That time Lakshman Prabhu was also there.
Lakshman Prabhu there.
Lakshman, yes. Bhakti Yoga Prabhu, you were in Mayapur with Guru Maharaj. So many times.
Yes, Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my worthless obeisances at your lotus feet. Yes, I was there. Yeah, that was 2003, Prabhu. I remember I met you there for the first time. It was the year 2003. Guru Maharaj actually became GBC from Mayapur in 2001, 2002. As I mentioned last week, I spent, when he was there every year for a month, I'd be in his room every day. And Abhiram Prabhu was the head for Mayapur project. And yes, there were a lot of problems in Mayapur with devotees dangling in different places. Not something to discuss here. But I remember one day I was in Guru Maharaj's room and I saw Abhiram Prabhu brought out this letter that Prabhupada wrote to Guru Maharaj and told him that I want you to build certain temples, one in Delhi, one in Kurukshetra, and he wanted Guru Maharaj to build the Mayapur temple. And so, but Guru Maharaj was not GBC there at the time, and Guru Maharaj wasn't, I guess, when you're not GBC, there's only so much input that you can have. So Abhiram Prabhu brought out that letter, and Guru Maharaj had it in his room, and it was part of a presentation. And I read it, and yes, it was a letter from Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, you don't need to live in Mayapur or Delhi or Kurukshetra to build those temples. You can live in Bombay, and you can build these temples. So Prabhupada had given specific instructions to Guru Maharaj, specifically what he wanted him to do, because Srila Prabhupada had, he could see the future, and he knew what Guru Maharaj was capable of doing, and also he trained Guru Maharaj. We read several weeks ago how in the initial stages when Guru Maharaj was first made GBC of India, he had some difficulties with his godbrothers. And at one point he wrote to Prabhupada and asked permission to go back to the US. And Prabhupada said no. And that's when he asked Tamal Krishna Maharaj, and I think there were two other big sannyasis in the room at the time, that no one should bother Gopal. This is what Prabhupada called him at the time.
Maharaj was there.
Yes, let him stay and let him do his service, and no one should interrupt, no one should intervene, no one should do anything. Just let him be. I will take care. So Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada had very great confidence in Guru Maharaj. He knew exactly what Guru Maharaj could do. And like I said, Prabhupada saw in the future, he could see in Guru Maharaj's mind, how determined he was, and how determined, and we can see that, how determined he is. He is determined no matter what, no matter how ill he may be or whatever fall he may have or what have you. He's determined. He gets up, he brushes off, and in the Dham you don't brush, but he gets up and he continues. And we'll see that. He is determined to get these projects that Srila Prabhupada instructed him to carry out. And he will be here as long as it takes for those projects to be completed and be inaugurated, and Srila Prabhupada is happy. And only after Srila Prabhupada becomes happy that those projects have been completed per his instructions, will he allow Guru Maharaj to do something different. We won't say what that different thing is, but that's what it is. And so he'll be here. He will stick it out and he'll do it. With regards to Atal Bihari Vajpayee, I read in one of Prabhupada's many leelas written by different devotees that it was in 1973, I believe. Back in those days, most of Prabhupada's disciples and devotees of ISKCON were American devotees, and all the devotees that were leading ISKCON at the time, Prabhupada made GBC, were all Americans. And so Indian Parliament became alarmed that they were all CIA spies for some weird reason, because they happened to be American. So they were not allowing them to come to India, or not renewing their visas, or not giving them new visas. So Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, and he sent Guru Maharaj to Delhi to get visas for all these devotees. And he told Guru Maharaj, don't come back until you have all the visas. Guru Maharaj went, and he met who? Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He was the Minister of Foreign Affairs at the time. And he came, Guru Maharaj got all the visas, he came back and he told Prabhupada, and Prabhupada said, yes, he's a good man. One day he will become Prime Minister of India. And there you go. So again, Prabhupada could see into the future. Prabhupada knew exactly what would happen, and Prabhupada knew exactly who to send him to, so that he can, it was at the right time, at the right place, as they say. And so he got the blessings of Prabhupada, and he became Prime Minister of India. And so he came to the temple, and that blessing brought him to the temple, so that he can inaugurate that temple in Delhi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhakti Prabhu. Yeah, I think those past times sharing all these switches, which otherwise we would have never known. But yeah, thank you so much for reflecting and sharing these with us. This is so nectarian. All right.
Actually, at the time when they made Guru Maharaj GBC of Mayapur, there were tons of problems with the local state government. It was communist at the time, and there was a plan actually for the temple to be located in a different spot. So while I was living in Mayapur, we actually had something of a, it's not a groundbreaking, because Prabhupada already did that when he was in Mayapur, but beyond just around near the Goshala area, out into the paddy fields there, we had a huge kirtan. All the devotees was there, and that's where that main structure, that main temple that's today we're seeing, last week we had Lord Nrsingadev enter. That temple was supposed to be located there, but they have something called a Land Sealing Act in West Bengal, and one person or one organization can only own 21 acres or something like that of land. And so the smart devotees of ISKCON bought up all that land, but every 21-acre plot was under the name of a different trust. And so there were already problems around that time, and they were trying to crack down on us because some buildings were built, devotees weren't really cognizant of where they're building. So one building might be spanning 2 plots owned by 2 different trusts. And so they were bothering us. They were the politicians, and they were coming and they were creating a lot of problems, and wanting to meet all the directors of each of the trust. So there was an Amarnath building, which is now a Prabhupada building, where they set up offices and had all these devotees who were named on each trust set up a small office there, so that they're all, okay, this is the office of this trust, this is the office of that trust, but it still didn't mitigate the problem of a building spanning 2 or 3 plots. So there was no one could see the future, of course, and we didn't know what would happen with the government, how long the communists will continue to be in power. And so the decision was made to move the site where the temple will be constructed to where it is now. Of course, since then, Trinamool Congress came in, and they're a little more favorable to ISKCON than the communist government of the past was. So, but they brought Guru Maharaj in at that time as GBC because Guru Maharaj had very good connections, as was pointed out here, with the government and with politicians, because he's been developing them for as long as Prabhupada installed him in India. That was one of his main services, was to develop some relationship with the government so we can get things done. And so Guru Maharaj had spent, the last, 40 something years doing that. And so the devotees of the GBC thought at the time this was the perfect time. Or it wasn't the GBC, it was Abhiram Prabhu, who was actually a giant at the time in ISKCON, especially because he was the head of the Mayapur project, and it was his job to bring the temple. And the temple design that they had under his leadership was a completely different temple than what we see today. But yeah, there is a lot. And some of it is not something that we want to discuss here, but there's a lot that happened. There's some things that are good for public consumption and others not. But anyway, that's it.
Yeah, just as Hariyanant Harikathananta, I think our Guru Maharaj's Leelas and pastimes are also Ananta. And I think as we read today, I think there are a couple of God brothers, Maharaj, who mentioned that if we just get even one drop, so I was just thinking about that. There's so much unlimited mercy, but there's so many Vaishnavas there who are just saying, even if you get one drop of mercy of what Maharaj has, our lives will be successful. So thank you all for sharing this Ananta Leelas and pastimes, nectarian pastimes. Right. So I know it's around 11:30 today. Anything else before we conclude?
I just wanted to say that I wasn't going to say anything today because I wanted to follow the leadership of Advaita Acharya Prabhu last week, where he suggested that those who are not speaking should speak. And I put my hand up and then I put it back down because I remember that I was waiting for others, but nobody's speaking. I don't know why. Devotees, you don't have to have like a lot of association with Guru Maharaj or a lot of things, but you can maybe share what your realization is after hearing all, like today we read so many passages or letters of Guru Maharaj's godbrothers who were praising Guru Maharaj for all that he's done. So maybe we can also join in the chorus, and we can also, we might not have like personal exchanges too much that we had with Guru Maharaj we can share, but we can also join in maybe even writing our own, like this is the 80th, Guru Maharaj's 80th Vyas Puja. We should all be thinking of our Vyas Puja offering, which will be due sometime in May. So we should all be thinking of writing an offering today or this year or today or tomorrow or whatever to mark that 80th anniversary. You know how it is. We don't know what will happen in the next moment. So, whether we're here or not for another Vyas Puja, we don't know. So while we're here, maybe we should take full advantage and think of some way and how we can appreciate Guru Maharaj for accepting us as his disciples and for carrying us all these years, whether we want to or not. He's dragging us along. Some of us are being dragged behind because we don't really want to. We're so comfortable sitting in Maya's lap that we're not willing to move. But his job is to drag us. So whether we like it or not, he's dragging us. So at least we should maybe think of some of these different things. We read, we hear, and we should try to figure out how we can appreciate Guru for his job. As we know, Srila Prabhupada taught us, Guru is representative of Krishna. So the Guru is the one who takes us by hand to Lord Krishna and delivers and introduces us. Krishna doesn't know us. So Guru brings us in front of Krishna. He said, and he'll say, "This is so and so Das. Please accept him." So that is his role. That's his job. So we need to do our piece. So if we can do that, and we can start thinking of composing our Vyas Puja offering for this year, that would be great. Thank you very much.
Ribol.
Maybe we should write a book, Prabhuji.
No, I'm not. I'm not a book writer. I'm a book reader, but not a book writer.
Well, you have so many
Associations and
memories, and your brain is still working so good, So you should.
yeah, before it disappears from your brain.
I know it's already starting to disappear.
Then
Some
start
things I'm already forgetting.
Then
It's
start
not until I hear somebody say something, or I hear something being read, then something like comes back. Otherwise, if I sit there and try to think, no, nothing is coming.
Right. So I think that's why this is important, and you keep on talking, so we can at least record it. Something like this is very helpful, I think.
Yeah.
So, and everybody who any experience people have, I think they should keep on. I'm sure Gita Mataji has lots of informations. And if you speak, it's can be recorded here. That will be permanent kind of recording. Otherwise, memory goes down so fast, and we forget dates and time and or clear message. Then we can distort the message to even.
Yeah. So that's why we want to hear from everyone.
Yes.
Not just 5 or 6 people, but everyone. There's so many devotees here, 40, 50, whatever devotees here today. Maybe we should all think of some small thing that we can say next week.
Yeah. Yes.
It doesn't have to be a whole book. It could be one paragraph, one passage, one line. Guru Maharaj, thank you very much for accepting me. There you go. That's one line. But like Dvaitacharya Prabhu said, we would love to hear from everyone. This is what Devotee Sangha is. This is what Vaishnava Sangha is coming together and hearing from each and every one. Someone might have been around for many years, and someone might be just. And Advaitacharya Prabhu mentioned this last week. Somebody could be 5 years old. We saw that in Krishna Leela with Govardhan Leela. Krishna was 5 years old, and yet no one listens to a 5-year-old. But Nanda Maharaj and all the cowherd boys listened to Lord Krishna when he said, "Don't do the Indra Puja, do the Govardhan Puja." And even though they were all prepared, they had it. We know when if tomorrow is a fast day, we start preparing, in our mind. I'm gonna fast tomorrow. So we start the preparation, maybe even before, days before. So like that, they were doing this puja every year. So they had it in their mind, and they were fully prepared, and they were contemplating and meditating on doing that puja. And here a 5-year-old boy tells them something different, and they listen. And Prabhupada mentions in the purport there that no one knows where knowledge lies, no matter how old or young a person is, right? Krishna he had his Yogamaya covering them. They didn't know that this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagwan. All they knew is, this is my baby boy, and I will do anything for him. And that was their thought process. So yes, doesn't matter. We don't have to be an initiated for 5 years or 5 months or whatever. We can be, everyone have something. There's some reason why we chose Guru Maharaj as our guru. So why not say something on that? Right? There's a reason. We didn't just get, here, this is your guru, not marry him, but get initiated by him. And some marriage take place that way, but anyway, get initiated by him, and that's it. You're done. No, we all chose him for a reason. So why don't we share those reasons with the rest of us? I'd love to hear it.
Advaita Acharya's was arranged.
Mine was arranged as well, but anyway. My initiation was arranged and my marriage was arranged. So
same thing for me.
And my death is already pre-arranged.
We are fortunate that is arranged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sham Krishna Prabhu, you have a very big empty room behind you. What goes there?
It's still empty for
What goes there?
1 year.
Sorry?
He taking Banpasi waiting for you.
I thought he's getting. I got an invitation to mark a date of August 18th. I thought maybe he's marking that same date in that empty room.
Okay, so let's end here now. Vansakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya.
Evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prabhupada ki
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.